Swear to God.
No, he did.
I swear to the living God.
No, he did.
Yes, ma'am. We have these so-called prophets or these so-called preachers, you know, that's basically doing this.
Yeah.
Telling people, you know, God got you. If you trust God, you don't need this. And your dumb self gonna be the first one, you and your company.
Another episode of the Gym Spot. This is episode 4. I am Miss Trey, that gym, and to my left,
Dr. Hawk. What it do, everybody? Come on through, baby. Listen, we got some stuff that we got to talk to you about. Listen, we got to get this done. I'm telling you, we got some hot topics on today.
Yeah.
You might want to tune in from beginning to end, because I'm telling you, today is the day to let it do what it do.
Today is that day. Make sure y'all follow us on social media at That Gym ENT, and yours is your social media.
Facebook, Shantram Hawkins.
There you go. And then you're going to be able to see, because he's very active on Facebook. Then you went to a party, friend, ain't told me nothing.
It was nice, honey. It was very, very nice. She had to spend all that money and invited like 100 people, and I swear to God, it was 25 people total, if that many.
Child, you should have called me. I'm okay.
It was invitation, you know, that type of thing, a reserve, but I felt bad. I was like, I could have called 5 people.
Come on now.
She had so much food.
And we would have celebrated that sister. Stop playing. I know you did. And people have been doing that a lot though. When it comes to you inviting them to stuff, RSVPing, and people fail to realize when you RSVP for something, that means something. That means I done made enough food for you, or I done paid for enough food for you.
She paid for an open bar.
See what I'm saying?
So you do that for so many people, and people don't show up. You still got to come out there.
You still got to come out your pocket with that. And so I think that everybody, we need to start doing something. I should do an app called RSVP. If your butt RSVP, you ought to be able to we ought to be able to deduct $5 for the birthday person because you didn't show your monkey ass up. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Should be a fee.
Especially during COVID. You know what I mean? A lot of people is now they spending money that, you know, they might have had to save for, honey, and they probably didn't have that money to do that with. I'm just saying, y'all need to stop with the bull garbage. But anyway, so yeah, we got a great show for y'all today. Make sure to tune in at least once a month. You will see our advertisements and stuff floating around soon. So just be on the lookout, okay? But anywho, y'all know what we do. We have the seat at the table. We talk about stuff that you talk about at the backyard picnic, at the table, kitchen table, and you know, just different things that we always end up debating with the family. So we're gonna get on into the show, okay? Now, y'all know we always hit up spirituality and religion. And we wanted to kind of put a twist on it to talk a little bit about COVID. Okay?
We got to talk about it.
Got to talk about COVID. So a high-ranking Catholic cardinal who has COVID-19 in a serious condition on a ventilator, sedated, Cardinal Raymond Burke was spoke out against mandatory vaccinations. Tweeted August 10th that he had the coronavirus. Now, officially at the Shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which Burke found in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I thought it was going to say LA. Issued a statement Tuesday saying Burke is in serious but stable condition at an undisclosed location. It says he has received sacraments from priests nearby, and several relics have been placed in this room. Burke has built a reputation as fiercely controversial clergy, one of the Pope Francis' staunchest critics. Okay, with the COVID-19 Delta variant, let's talk about it. We got people right now that are uproar, especially those who have not gotten vaccinated, basically saying those of us who have gotten vaccinated, we stupid, okay? Because now we got to take another shot, okay? Being against the vaccine altogether, is that harmful, you think? Because they're even pushing the booster shots. Now, I'm not in favor. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm just not in favor with the booster shot.
I'm not neither, to be honest. However, when you take the shot, you take a risk.
Yes.
When you don't take the shot, you take an even greater risk.
Yeah.
I am not going to be one to say, take the shot. I'm not going to be one to say, don't take the shot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to allow people to make logical decisions. Look at the numbers of the people who are dying. It is the ones who said, I ain't taking shit.
Yep.
Fuck the shot.
Yep.
I don't believe the shot. And it's the same ones who get them shots when they're kids. They take the little booster shots when they're kids.
Yeah.
They take all the stuff to go to school. You send your kids to school to take the shots. You don't ask yourself what's in it. You smoke your weed. You drink your alcohol. You eat your food. You go to McDonald's. You don't ask what chemicals up in there because we don't know what they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that in everything in life we do, we take a risk. I mean, it's everything. When we go to buy our gin and our juice, we don't know what's in there. We know to get us high. We take us to, not high, but it's get us buzzed and take us to another level. I mean, we take, in the human experience, period, we take risks.
Yes.
But my question to you, the listening audience, what risk are you going to take?
Yeah.
Death or boosting up your immune system to handle what is it that'll take you off of Earth early? For me, I ain't trying to leave here early.
And that's me. Because I feel like I'm out here every day, I'm working amongst people. Some of these folks are not washing their hands. I'm looking at it because I'm seeing them. They're not using hand sanitizers.
Correct.
They just out here coughing. They be coming outside sick.
Yes.
I've had a couple of you customers who come in sick. And it raises your anxiety level. I just feel like at this point it really raises my anxiety level. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pray about it, and I'm gonna go take the vaccine because I'm out here now. Do I understand that the vaccine is not a cure? Yes, I understand that. I just know I have a pre-existing condition, and I want to make sure I have enough immunity built up to fight it.
Correct.
Now, do I feel like some people have developed a better immunity to it without the vaccine? Yes, come on. If you got a bad cold and it was one of them ones you couldn't shake and it was all the symptoms before they started talking about corona, I believe you did build an immunity. The immune system is strong that way, especially when you feeding it good food. You know what I'm saying? But I know I don't do that all the time.
Now that you said that has to bring us to part 2 of dealing with spirituality and COVID.
Yeah.
Now let's first. Now this is also a conflict between now it's even with church, because they're now trying to basically say if you don't have the vaccine, you shouldn't go to church. They're also saying the vaccine against the unvaccinated shouldn't go to restaurants. So now in certain states and certain cities, Trey, they're basically trying to say if you're not vaccinated and can show proof, you can't come in our restaurants. And some states have already started this, in some major cities have already started this with the church, as well as with restaurants, as well as going to the gyms. Now, my issue with that is, as far as building up immunity, we cannot just depend on the vaccination itself. We also have to, like you stated, our diet. Now, this is the hardest thing to do, and I slipped up with it.
I did too.
But listen, cheese, anything with dairy, including eggs,
causing food.
If these mucus causing foods, this is what build up those virus membranes for us to breathe this stuff in. So that's what this virus attaches itself to, the mucus. So we have to stay away from that. The other thing is we have to make sure that we have our vitamins. We have to make sure we have vitamins and minerals. We have to make sure that we're using natural things that Big Mama said, the stuff still works. Like some ginger root. What's that other root that's popular? I can't think of it, but you have to also have that. It's very, very nasty. But you can mix it up in our smoothies and stuff. We have to make sure we eat our greens. It's very, matter of fact, stock up on you some vitamin C.
Please,
I can't stress it. Please. And some vitamin D. Those are the two main immunity vitamins that the body needs, including zinc. Zinc is what people are using because, like, in fact, when people get the COVID, one of the things that they're putting in your body to help you heal fast that's shooting you up with zinc.
Yeah.
Be proactive.
Yeah.
Okay, take you some zinc every now and then.
Yeah.
Get you some vitamins, like multivitamins.
You know, because I take a multivitamin every day. Because my thing is, like I said, I don't want to spread anything, and I don't want to get.
Hello?
I don't want to get the shit. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I don't want to get it. And so, with that being said, I'm doing things every day, and also sea moss. I'm telling you, I got a little tickle in my throat. When was this? Back in like February. I took some doggone sea moss.
Did it clear it up?
I'm trying to told you that next day, baby, I was up in there bouncing around like a spring chicken.
Whenever you have an itch in your throat, always know that something is about to happen.
Yes.
And it's going to happen in that throat area, and it's going to cause some type of contamination, inflammation.
Yes.
So always know that's warning number one. If you have an itch in the throat or a tickle in your sinuses, or like, you know, itchy ear or something like that, always know that there is something viral.
Yeah, because anything in the head, it always happens there first. Like you said, them sinuses start swelling up. You know, because the body has its natural immune system. Now, for those of people who can't, because of health reasons, get the COVID vaccination, some people, like my godmother and them, they told them, hey, you got to wait. Because that's too strong.
It's too strong for you.
You know, so now you can do something, just the one shot with the Johnson & Johnson. I personally don't trust Johnson & Johnson.
I don't trust Johnson & Johnson.
They couldn't get baby powder right. So I know most definitely they ain't got that damn shot down right. And then I understand the conspiracies too. Because out of nowhere, you guys are able to do something that you haven't been able to do ever. You know, I understand the conspiracies. I'm not going to be the one to tell you I don't. Because I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are accurate. However, why is it that we forget those who serve Yahweh? Because everybody always hollering, you know, God is great, God is good, He's strong, He's powerful, He this, He that. But then when we don't realize we have a part of that on the inside of us, which is the Holy Spirit. So we carry a part of wisdom, a part of God, that wisdom with us. So with that being said, I'm not scared.
I ain't scared.
I ain't never scared, Wody.
I ain't
never scared.
I just don't want to live a life in fear.
Yeah.
In fact, the most of the people that this is taking out and affecting the most, as soon as, I'm sure I'll tell you, I had COVID, okay? Now, I had it before they started announcing it was in America, honey.
Come on.
And it's the worst doggone feeling. I was like something far, like when you've been sick over and over, you know when something is wrong.
Right. This ain't a normal COVID.
When you get this COVID, it's something like, you like, what the fuck is going on? You don't even want to go to the doctor because you can't to explain to the doctor, like, I feel different.
Yeah.
And like, I was to the point I couldn't talk loud, because if I talk loud, I would run out of breath, or I would cough. I was barely able to walk up steps. I didn't want to fuss. I didn't want to argue. Like, you didn't want to do none of that stuff. You just want to be by yourself, because this COVID, I'm telling you, it is the weirdest feeling in the world. And you know when you have it, because the first thing that happens to you is you scared as fuck.
Yeah.
It's fear. Please.
You feel like you getting your, I don't know about nobody else, but I felt like, and this was before they announced COVID and all this, I felt
Truth
like,
be told, a lot of us already had
we
this
already had
shit.
shit, didn't know. You feel like you want to start getting your affairs together, because this one thing, I don't feel like I'm a shake type thing. I don't know if that's how you feel, but I did. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was dating a young lady, and I caught it from her ass, and let me tell you, I've seen her sick before. This time she was sweating, she had chills, she couldn't move, and I scared the shit out of me, so I wrapped my whole body around her and just started praying like, okay, what's happening? I remember at the end of that, few days later, she started healing, feeling better, but she still was down, like, you know. And then all of a sudden, I started getting sick.
That's why.
I started doing airborne right away. Some just said, get you some airborne.
Airborne has a lot of zinc.
That
healed you fast.
It healed me real fast. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
But it had me dragging for almost a week. I was just oh God.
It makes you very, very sick.
And I had this big old whole thing on my face that we was trying to bust. Where this thing come from? I'm telling you, the body will eliminate it any way it can, y'all. So some of y'all may have got the big balls. I was talking to somebody about that, and she said, "You got that big ball too?" I did. So what I'm saying to y'all is, you do what you want to do. However, do not affect the older population or those who have pre-existing conditions. If your ass feeling any type of them symptoms, stay in the house.
Please stay away from people. Sanitize everything and possible use, because this is not a joke, because some people might not be able to fight off stuff like we were able to fight it off.
Yeah.
Some people, it literally have them to where they're needing these breathing machines.
Yeah.
We got to be serious with this COVID stuff.
Yes.
And then while we talk about spirituality, or while we dealing with COVID, let's because we didn't hit that enough. Now
we can hit it now. Come
you
on,
know what I'm saying? Like this chief man in the Catholic, this chief high priest, you know, he was speaking against it, and I get what he said as far as, I don't want to make it mandatory. I get it, because you just shouldn't, because we'll have more deaths if they make it mandatory. I would just strip too. They make it more mandatory. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But I do not believe that this is a matter that preachers should be praying against. Matter of fact, I watched a video last night on Facebook that they got circulating where the man said, you don't need no COVID vaccine. In fact, take off your mask, because the glory of God is here and everybody's going to be healed. I swear to God.
Say it now.
Going to be the first one in the paper for foolishness.
Period. Because I just feel like, personally, some preachers are literally saying it's not enough data for them to endorse it with their churches. Okay, I get that. However, but you're having indoor services.
Correct.
Okay, and that's not fair to those of the older population who have went and got vaccinated to be around those who are able to get vaccinated but won't. And I'm not talking about those who not doing it because they're sick. I'm talking about those who are able to get it but feel like, no, I don't want to get it because now you got to get another shot. See, you need a booster for that. Of course, this is something that's mutating quickly.
Yeah.
Now they're talking about the Delta variant.
Yes, correct.
Now, I'm just saying this from a spiritual level. What is the deepest sleep you can be in?
You have theta, you have theta, you have beta, and it's two others, but I know that beta is normally, the sleep is a little bit deeper than theta.
Yeah, and delta is where...
It's also another level of sleep that you said. I think that's the heaviest one.
Now think about it. Everything first in the natural, then in the spirit, y'all. Get to a place where you understand what's happening too on a spiritual level, because it's happened naturally. You know it got to be happening on a spiritual level.
And that's what people are discussing.
Woo-hoo! And I'm about to go there because I got to. Delta is one of the deepest sleeps. Look it up. This ain't nothing I came up with. Delta is one of the deepest sleeps you can go into. Now think about it. If you allow this virus to hit you without any type of help or defense, because I just want people to understand that's all the conspiracy theorists who think it's because they're trying to control the population because we are so overpopulated. We are not. It's more mouths on the earth of things that people's feet haven't even touched. So we are not overpopulated. That conspiracy, throw that out the window. Okay? And to think that our people, our own government wants to kill us off so that it won't be so many people that's taking the resources. Listen, it's greenery and parts of land that we ain't even touched before. So okay, so let me just help y'all with that on a level of even the 1%. You think the 1% gonna kill your consumer driven ass? They want to keep getting your money. Okay, so let me help y'all.
Those are facts.
Okay, so let me get your brainwash, mind control situation. Y'all asses watching this shit. It's okay, that's what's going to kill you. Listen to the wrong stuff. In the realm of the spirit, it's something happening where people are literally asleep. Your immune system in the natural is what keeps your cells alive.
Correct.
Am I going somewhere here? Okay. So on a spiritual level, your immunity can be down too. And it can be at a delta where it's almost like you almost going into death. Keep that it's not something going on even naturally and even in the spirit. So for all you people who think it's a place of, oh, I can't do it because of this and I can't do it because of that, and I believe that's conspiracy and I believe this. Okay, don't get the vaccination, but do us a service and go alkaline vegan. Don't you be your ass around here eating meat and having a good time with your life like that, thinking eating dead things and your immune system down. And then in the spirit, you can't connect to what's going on spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? So don't do people like that. That's wrong. You have an obligation to at least go alkaline vegan or vegan to the point where you plant-based with your diet.
Correct.
Don't do people like that, because your ass is asleep if you eat meat. I know it to be true. That's why my ass got the vaccine. Because I'm still eating meat. You understand what I'm saying? But I understand on the spiritual level what's happening too. And I realize I would be a disservice to be around people still living my life like it's golden.
Correct.
Okay? And not making sure I can at least build some immunity so that I won't be spreading this shit.
Correct.
And you got an obligation too.
Guess what else? And now that we talk about that, I asked God to show me what's going on with this COVID and what's taking place. And I had a dream. God, somehow when he deal with me in these dreams, prophetic dreams. And in my dream, I saw a woman who is known to do voodoo in my hometown. I'm not gonna call her name, but it's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But with that, she's known to voodoo, but she's also known to pray you through, baby. If she tell you something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But with this, she buried her husband a couple of years ago. In my dream, I saw her husband alive instead of dead as he's supposed to be. Now, the strange thing is, he had an open casket funeral, but in my dream, I saw him alive and well, and he was living in New Orleans instead of Baton Rouge. So I got confused. So I asked God, I said, what is this symbolizing? I see death, then I see life. So in other words, he said he's done with the old people. So it was a spiritual cleansing of people who did not want to make changes within their life, within their circumstances, within their jobs, within these churches that's holding people from moving forward. So he said, I have to take you away to bring in the new. Now, the second part of the dream, still part, now this is the part that got me. This same woman was taking care of bad kids. So all of the bad kids, she wrapped them up in babies, but she put button eyes on them for being disobedient. I said, God, what are you showing me?
That's it.
So what I'm getting ready to tell you is it scared the hell up out of me. But this variant is getting ready to get a little bit worse than what it did. And they're going to start lying to us about the numbers to keep people from going in fear. This time they can't shut everything down because it's going to cost too much money. Please listen to me what God showed me in the spirit. And I'm telling y'all, believe me, if I see it in a dream, it's going to happen. Younger folks are getting ready to start getting it. And it's getting ready to get the ones who ratchet. Listen to me, Kelly.
Yes.
The ones who gang banging, because we already know that y'all don't follow nothing. The ones who basically gave up on life, it is going to start getting y'all affected first. And it's going to get enough people to where it's going to scare y'all. And guess what else I saw in the spirit? A lot of y'all are taking the X pills, and the X pills is getting around to put y'all in emotional states that's going to make you change your whole life.
Come on. And you know what? Not only I know you telling the truth about it, because you know everybody thing is it's not even FDA approved. They about to approve, FDA approved. Pfizer is up for FDA approval.
I heard about that.
Within a month now.
I heard about that.
Okay? And let me tell y'all something. And y'all keep saying, oh, y'all just researching, y'all this and y'all that. Listen up. Literally, if you go back on some products, because some of us got old ass products in the house, don't act like you don't now. Okay, go and look at that Lysol that been in your house since 2015. That thing got COVID on there.
It got COVID on there.
They got COVID on there, so they actually have literally
other cleaning products got it on there. I saw it too.
And it's mold shit. You like, wait a minute, I remember buying this motherfucker in 2015.
COVID been out.
It been out. So they actually have been able to research variants of this shit for years. Just like if y'all go back on watching Martin, and Cole said something about Ebola in the 90s. And then our got hit with it in the 2000s and something. But everybody acting like Ebola was new. No. If Cole spoke about it in the 90s, how the hell was it new?
It wasn't new. It's
you
been
understand
out.
What I'm saying?
Do your research.
These scientists is getting a chance to really research what's happening. Now, I'm not saying, oh, put all your faith in science, because you can put your faith in Yahweh.
You better put it in God,
go in Yahweh. You ain't got no other. That's it right there. You dealing with the source of all sources.
The source of all sources. And my thing is this: if you're connected with God,
say it.
He's gonna tell you whether to take the vaccine or not. And if he tell you don't take the vaccine, he's gonna give you the alternative to keep your immune system boosted.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that God ain't speaking, baby. You're not listening.
That's it right there.
You're not listening. And I'm gonna drink on that.
Period. And I'm just gonna say this too, because I want to lay here on the COVID thing for a second. Because when you was talking about your dream, that was good stuff. Because I remember having something similar of a dream like that, of God kind of warning. And this was like, and I told somebody this dream, so y'all know who you are. You can vouch for this. It was like 2018 going into 2019. It was just like I was storing things away. It was like a storehouse, like I was getting ready to experience a drought. And I'm like, why am I storing things so much? And God was like, if people, you got to start warning the people. And if y'all notice, if you go back on videos, I was literally talking about entrepreneurship. Like having your own e-commerce business, coming up with innovative ideas.
You've always been doing that for the last 4 years.
And it was because of the dream that I had of me having to store things away. And I asked the Lord to help me help my people not perish in the midst of this. Do y'all know how many entrepreneurs was birthed out
there? And you want me to tell you what? For the people that lost their jobs, those was ones that survived. They had those little side hustles.
Come on now.
And guess
what? Was able to still pay their bills, everything. What? Yes.
A lot of people during COVID went into business.
Yes. And bought homes during that time.
That's the crazy part.
Because I was one of them.
Baby, people were still being blessed.
It didn't harm me.
Oh my God. And some people say that God didn't have his eyes.
No, he had his hands.
God still got his hands on this situation.
But somebody told me you gotta be a whole fool. You gonna use your savings and get you a house.
Yeah. Why not? That's what it's for.
I told him, I said, y'all don't understand. I had this dream in 2018 about having to store things away, getting ready, storing things away, getting ready. So when I started telling the people around me, I'm like, hey, y'all need to get you something going. Everybody was like, yeah, entrepreneurship ain't for everybody. You was everyone who got furloughed and couldn't get no pay.
Okay.
Some of them even called me trying to get something going then during that time. No, I tried to warn you already. Now I have to take my time and resources to do what it is I need to do to survive during this time. And I'm going to say this. On a spiritual level, when it came to this COVID thing, if y'all didn't learn nothing, I saw so many people getting exposed of being snakes, betrayers.
Oh yeah.
Folks behind your back talking about you, talking about them. I ain't never talked about. Baby, whatever I say, I said it too.
COVID been exposing a lot of stuff.
So much.
It's been letting people know. A lot of people that's been putting man on hierarchies over God. Baby, God been showing them because He been allowing them to die off. And guess what happened to the little so-called following? They left because it was not about God. You was following and you were honoring man. And God says, I'll have no other God before me. So when you put the human flesh over man.
And what I love too, the awakening of a life. So yeah, that was one of the things that I really enjoyed the most, of seeing a lot of people having to get in tune with God for themselves. And really having to realize that God is not just a he. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to go
God,
over some folks' heads.
You know what?
Because the Holy Spirit, I got the chance to know him as the many-breasted one.
Well, guess what?
And it was awesome. I'm just going to, talk about my experience during this COVID thing.
Well, we have to go all the way back to the E5. When I'm dealing with spirituality, first of all, we have to understand that we're dealing with egotism and the creators of biblical they were all men's male sex.
Yes.
Please do not get wrapped up in that. Yes, we do say our Father, and yes, I enjoy saying Father. And one reason why, because I believe that a man should provide.
Yes.
So even when I look at when I'm saying our Father, I'm acknowledging the provider-ness in there.
Yes.
But please know God is genderless.
Yes.
Angels are genderless.
Yes.
Why? They don't have a reason to reproduce. They don't have a reason to reproduce, so they are genderless.
And I got the chance to feel the feminine energy and the masculine energy of God.
Correct.
It was beautiful.
It could. But you have to be spiritual and open enough to even accept the fact that is. You have to be spiritually in tune and ready for that, because whenever you're ready, God will be there. But you have to be ready for that experience, because God is more than what we know. God communicates. He wants us to commune with him.
Yes.
That's why he says you have to do this in spirit and in truth. And when you're dealing with God, you can't go to God in flesh. It's almost like an out-of-body experience. You have to have an altered state of consciousness in order to experience the real sensations or spiritual awakenings with God.
Yes. And I learned something too. It was an agenda on the black community in the 70s. To keep the father out of the home.
Oh yeah, we have proof.
And when I realized that the reason to why is because so that a lot of children in our generation will have to know him as father, so they seeking out a father. Mm-hmm. So it's okay for you to allow you to control my mind in such a way, because you want me to identify with God in a misogynistic way. Mm-hmm. And in that way, I gotta have it like this, and it can't be like this, this, and this. God is okay with me enjoying my life.
He is.
God is okay with me having fun. Some of y'all are so, your shoulders so heavy, and you got so much on your weight on you, because you're so afraid of everything that you are encountering and seeing in the spirit, that you're not even able to enjoy your life.
Can't even enjoy your life.
You're depressed about what's going on right now. I ain't been depressed.
Me either.
I've had my anxiety, but I have not been depressed. I can say that.
I ain't been depressed, but a bitch have been eating since we had that little COVID shut-in, honey. Because a bitch belly and titties is, listen, honey, these hoes that elongated off my chest, honey. Listen, honey, they done lapped over, honey. Done lapped over, honey.
Don't get started on those
child, listen, but I tell you this, that whole time, I never lived in fear.
Yeah.
Me and my kids, we ain't never stopped traveling, honey. We stayed on the airplane.
Me and you both. I think I done took about 5 trips.
During COVID, baby, that shut down, honey. I'm like, baby, this is the best thing ever, honey.
And I'm about to take it now.
Yeah, well, me too. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another one. I think I'm gonna go to Atlanta again in October. But I wanted to go to Michigan City on a road trip in a few weeks, because I had something to do. But yeah, y'all, life been good.
Life been good.
I can't say. Life been good. So I just, my heart goes out to you. I say make the proper decision that's for you. However, if you're going to decide to be amongst the unvaccinated, it's things that you can do that will help the people around you and even you.
Yeah.
It's time to go vegan, baby. If you feel like vaccine ain't for you, you don't want any foreign substances in your body, because if you eat meat, sorry to say, you getting some clone ass meat. And you eating GMOs.
Yeah.
I mean, your ass is eating
antibiotics.
And I'm amongst those, so that's why I said, no, let me go ahead and let them do what they do up over here.
And while we talk about that, why do you think our titties getting so big, particularly our men? We got small bellies and big titties. Because you want me to tell you, the growth antibiotics that they putting in this chicken and stuff.
Yes.
So now we're putting this stuff in our body. We can't understand, like, wait a minute. Why my OPEX just growing and growing, honey?
You ain't had
You can't figure out why your chicken wings you be buying be so big, baby. Jumbo chicken wings don't exist. They putting them chemicals up in there, honey. You better eat them when they small, honey. You been warned. Before you eat them jumbo wings, your titties be like mine. Perfectly.
Baby, listen. Okay, if you just tune in, you tune in to the gym spot with Miss Trey, that gym.
And Dr. Hawk, baby.
Period. Now listen, we're going to go into our building wealth and education segment. And I want to talk about Haiti. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Haiti had a powerful leader. When I say he had a spiritual mind, he was able to talk about that. Man, y'all don't even understand. That brother was having dreams about code before he had. Okay, let me keep going. Who I believe was on the verge of turning Haiti around.
Correct.
He was assassinated. And then, boom, they were just hit with a devastating earthquake. So first, our prayers go out to Haiti as a country. And most are urging you to donate directly to the foundations that's on the front lines and not to American Red Cross, because they feel like all the money from American Red Cross is not going to them, and they're saying they have foundations that's on the front line. So do your research that are really giving and
people
doing
the money for real,
right? And they need the money for real because they know their hands is on the plow with them. Okay, so several entertainers have stepped up, have raised money to help efforts. Naomi Osaka.
Yes,
she's
that's the tennis player.
Tennis player, because she is half Haitian. She's Japanese and Haitian.
Okay.
So she stepped up to say, and once she wins this next game, all that money, she didn't say a portion, all that money is going to Haiti. Cardi B has put her money where her mouth is. Rick Ross has put his money where his mouth went. I think even Wyclef Jean helped raise some money too. Okay. So a lot of entertainers are stepping to the plate and saying, hey, no, we're going to step in. But I want to speak on rebuilding. Okay, do you think this country can benefit from rebuilding the country through building avenues of wealth?
Absolutely. Haiti have the ability to do that. But before I say that, I saw something in the spirit.
Come on, sir.
On this situation. I hate to say that, but while we were talking, I saw where the people were basically getting out of control with how they were handling their own people.
Yes.
So God said, I have to intervene.
Yes.
Now I know somebody said he could have found another way, but sometimes God will have to get our minds off to bring us back to reality.
Yes.
And sometimes when he's dealing with us in the mind, some things might take, because we'll go back to usual and normality too quick.
Yeah.
So I believe that God, with the people who actually shot this president and all that stuff there, because I do believe that this man had plans.
Yes, he did.
That he know he could have built buildings, cities.
He did.
He could have built this world tourist international area where everybody wants to come. He could have put his people into so many positions. But when people are so demonic and they want to keep everything the same, and we've been doing it this way, we've been having the villages this way, we've been having the schools like this, and they don't want to change, so therefore they fear change out of tradition, and they don't want to get better, so therefore we want to change things in our way and take matters in our own hands. So therefore they went and assassinated this man who had the ability, and they know he was getting ready to put Haiti in a more modern society. And Haiti, a lot of people still, even on cruises, it seems like every time I go on a cruise and our destinations go to Haiti, some kind of way it's always changed or altered because of something else. And Haiti was one of the, and let me tell you, and a lot of people, I don't care what you say, God has his hands on Haiti.
Say it.
Let me actually tell you how I know. When white people tried to conquer and rule and all that stuff that they hated, God gave them the ability to fight them off. Even all that debt that they had to pay for fighting them off, God even gave them the provision and the ways to do it. I believe that God's hands is on Haiti, but you have people that's in Haiti that is allowing, and now listen, I just believe that they're allowing these demonic spirits because they don't have a God conscience. And they're tearing everything down in Haiti. They don't want to see Haiti do better because they want it to be how it was years ago. Let it go. There's so many talented people in Haiti to where they come in here to display their talents. Because people saying, we don't want to do that here. So they have to come here and make some money. Haiti has talented people.
Yes,
look at the Olympics.
Yeah. And I think Wyclef Jean, he's Haitian. Yeah, so very talented people. Most island folks are, though. You know, I can't say it's just something about God's hand on the islands, Jamaica, you know,
hands on.
Trinidad, all of that. You know, I just feel that way. And I do believe also, like you said, I think that when God was speaking through the prayer, and a lot of times I just want to warn people of this too. When you are on the verge of doing something great, shut your damn mouth. Shut up. I know you want people to know that you saw something before it happened. I have learned this the hard way. I tell people that's close to me when I have certain dreams or when things happen, but I shut my damn mouth. Because I'm getting to a place I'm realizing why you trying to build wealth or why you trying to build greatness.
Telling people.
You don't know how many people is trying to come up against that. You giving yourself an extra fight you don't need to give yourself.
They don't even have to be spiritual to be a spiritual assassinator. Listen, there's a such thing as spiritual assassinators, baby. When you tell people that you get ready to do this, you get ready to open up, and they'll put, you don't deserve this, you can't do this, you can't get it, you ain't nobody gonna support you.
Yes.
All those things right now, you don't realize those are spiritual psychics attacks. And all of a sudden, you can't realize when you had your mind, you get ready to move forward. Now all of a sudden, these things of fear that you never brought there, that you sensing from other people. And speaking of which, honey, I'm gonna give you this commercial, and this for everybody that happen to be homosexual.
Period.
The reason why you feel that you need to change, it ain't because of God told you. Now let me turn around on that. Let me turn around on that. Because let me tell you something. When God changed somebody, there are no signs or no symptoms. You don't still have desires after you say God changed you.
Yes.
No. You had you were feeling those evil sensations of spiritual psychic attacks from other people who hated you, and they used God to blaspheme you and make you feel like shit.
Yes. And you right about it. I know you right about it, because I was just let me tell you something. During this time of COVID, I got some time to just be at peace with myself, with how I feel about what I feel about, you know. And and God sent this young lady to me, older lady, and we were talking on the other day, and she loves the Lord. He heard her cry. Never ever once did she deny that I could hear God. Never ever once, none of that. She basically let me speak, and I'm glad she did, because she said the Lord told me to just be quiet and listen. As I was talking to her, I got an answer. And she said, but wait, she asked me a question. She interrupted me. She said, wait, you told your mama when you was 18 that you was queer. You dated women before, but you end up marrying a man. And I heard you say you fall in love with souls, not faces. And she said, now that you're, you know, going through this, you're open to dating whomever you have a soul connection with, right? She said, but my question to you is, I noticed that you're exploring being with women more. Why? And I said, well, that's what I've been connecting to. She said, I wanted to hear you say it out loud so that I can help you, because God sent me here just for you. Wow. She said, I want to bring something to your attention. The reason to why a lot of things happened was because the first person you dated. I didn't even talk about the first person I ever dated. The first person I ever dated, she had conflicts. She was 10 years my senior. She had conflicts in her own spirit about being with women. And it jaded me. You understand? Because it made me feel like it was every other time it was, I love you, but then I can't love you. It's a pullback. Because I just can't get this from you, or this energy from you. You everything I ever wanted. No, I can't. This ain't right. God gonna get us, and woo. So it started projecting off on me. But when I did really fall in love with my then husband at the time. I did. I fell in love with his soul, because no matter what he would have been, I would have been with him. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But childhood traumas that we don't subscribe to every time ends up tainting us or making us not be everything we need to be far as who we need to be with who we is. Because as I was talking to her, I even saw my childhood wounds. You understand what I'm saying? And it educated me about me. And I just want to say that sometimes you are absolutely right. What other people feel can project off on you, that you will begin to preach against your own feelings and your own being. And I did that for years.
And if you don't know how to get that energy off of you, it will traumatize you.
But baby,
dark place. But once
you get free,
you loose those chains,
once you get free,
you break that yoke.
Once you get,
and you understand that God love. That's the biggest thing for people to accept. Is
I'm
God
trying to
love
you.
Oh my God!
Ain't nothing but love. So I'm really, you right about it. Y'all we got to as a people begin to, and a lot of, even with the Haitian government, I want to say this too, and I'm getting back to that. Whomever takes over is going to still have the same vision. I saw that in the spirit, because God want to do something with Haiti. Yahweh want to do something with Haiti. So he's putting people that's over Haiti that has a spiritual mind that can connect to him, so that, because they have his heart already in his hand. And you ain't got to pray that God have the heart of the king, because he gonna have his heart. I'm talking to you. Shut your mouth, get somewhere in a corner and do what God told you to do. Let it speak. Let the work speak for itself. Even though you saw it 5 years ahead of its time, don't say nothing. And this is to some of you entrepreneurs out there too. Get somewhere, do the work. I don't care if people think you ain't getting the numbers. I don't care if people don't think you making no money. I don't care what people think. Get somewhere, shut your damn mouth, and build. And that's where I'm at right now.
Facts.
I'm somewhere where I'm quiet and I'm building. I ain't got to tell you what I'm making. I ain't got to tell you how much. I ain't got to tell you when it's going to happen. When I tell you I had 3 people come to me, prophesy some things to me, and I ain't going to say what it is. Shut my damn
mouth, baby. These spiritual attackers ready.
They ain't never met each other, and they were all of 3 different cultures. That's because I asked God to send it that way.
He answered. Too.
He answered. But he sent the Latino lady my way, said the same thing. Sent the Trinidadian lady my way. I said, Lord, I want it to be off the wall people that ain't got no connections to America, who don't even know the names they saying like they know. And he did it for me. That's how I know I'm destined for greatness. And it's hard. Ooh, you know what I've been going through, friend. Come on now. It is hard. It is hard having to rebuild and lose a team and rebuild and lose a team and rebuild. And you can feel how you want to feel about me. You learn something.
Oh yeah, every time. You want to tell you that, and that's another thing about relationships. It's, I believe, even what sometimes stuff ends shaded, but some people just come in our lives for a season, and it's something for either them to learn or for the other person to learn. But it's something to bring us to that place and that space of greater. You know what I'm saying? It's like going from glory to glory. So we got to realize that we'll use these people who are mediocrity, and these are the people we have to go through for God to get us to the kings and queens to put us in a position that we need to be in, baby. Let me tell you something. I thank God for every experience, every relationship, every trial, every friendship, relationship that I thought was for me, but baby, it only taught me that, you know, because I didn't realize, because sometimes with God, there's a things that God wants us to do and perfect in life. We cannot take mediocre people with us.
We cannot.
And we have to, that's one of the biggest things to accept. God is just cleansing our circles, exposing people. Sometimes God have to allow us to get our feelings hurt in these situations. But these are things we have to do to move on, because God is getting ready to connect us with the people I'm telling you, that's already in position to say, you know what? I've been feeling this. I feel that I'm the person that needs to do this. You got some people who just God literally designed to be at the bottom of the ladder to push you up. I'm telling you,
with it.
And they okay with it. Everybody
I met a young lady recently that's okay with it.
Everybody's not designed to be a leader.
God.
We have to accept that.
Cause baby, and then you try to because of loyalty to you push people into a position that they're not supposed to be in.
Listen, one of the fruits of the spirit is helps. We ignore that.
Come on now.
God is gonna put people in position. I'm gonna leave that down.
He gonna put people in position. He gonna put people in position. And I'm gonna tell you, during this time also, if God is pulling on your heart to give to Haiti, give to Haiti, y'all. If God is pulling on your heart to do something for Haiti, get your own drive going. If it's just sending waters every week, you know, cases and cases. Whatever you put on your heart to do for Haiti, I want to tell you now, for those of you who are looking for God to bless you,
do it now.
This is your moment, and this is going to be the way he going to give to you because you're sowing something of your own resources to them.
And for those of you that don't trust the traditional organizations, I have been dealing with Rod Parsley for years.
Okay.
On his website called The Bridge of Hope, I think it's bridgeofhope.com or .org, but you can Google it, Rod Parsley, Bridge of Hope. He has been doing this for years. Every major disaster, they give updates, and I do know that his heart is for it. They don't keep the money, they don't pocket the money. Now, I trust them because they're not a social service organization, they're not a for-profit organization. They literally send people there, volunteers, to deliver the products, okay? And whatever, if you feel that give $2, $3, whatever, guess what? That $2 could buy a loaf of bread for a family, because these people are literally hungry. They're on the streets. They don't have nowhere to stay. Their whole infrastructure is damaged, demolished. And they're still looking for people. They're still trying to find. They don't even have their important papers. They can't even go to school. It's damaged.
And I just want you to know this is your time to give to them. And he's right. They're going through a lot over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this too. For all you people who don't understand what we're saying, just get in your time and start praying. You'll start getting these revelations, because I'm telling you, that if y'all go look at videos of that man, you know the hand of God was on him. You know he was assassinated because of the knowledge of things that he knew, and he spoke too soon about some of the variants too. That was supposed to be coming out because God was talking to him. And sometimes you can speak before your time, so y'all get somewhere, get quiet, and put the shut to the up.
You have to shut up.
Gotta shut up.
Just because God shows us things, we don't have to relay it right away.
And then he was and then too, God had to let me know his assignment was to warn his people. And sometimes what y'all record, y'all gotta be careful with recording everything too. They was putting up recordings of some of the private meetings he was having, warning the people. Y'all be careful. That's why I tell people all the time, y'all don't know some rooms and some lives I didn't touch. Y'all don't even know some of the people I've sat in front of. Y'all don't even know, because I tell them, turn your camera off. This is for you. This ain't for social media. This is for you. You don't know how many places I've spoke at or people I've talked, because it's been times where these last few engagements I've just literally been sitting in rooms with people warning them about stuff. And I tell them, shut your camera off. This is your moment to get this warning. This is for you. I'm here for you. I don't care about the masses of it all, because I'm gonna have those platforms, and I'm not gonna need this setting to do with these intimate settings. But it's your time now to get these warnings, and I'm saying it publicly to you. Some of you have been getting these warnings through dreams, through visions, and you think you're going nuts, and you think, oh, it's about to get better in a year or two. Some of y'all have been getting these warnings of preparing yourself for at least a decade of what's about to happen. You are hearing God. Get yourself together. Get your e-commerce businesses started. Some of us are going to be working from home, because if you don't,
start putting businesses on e-commerce. I got to learn about that. I sent you a video. I want to watch that. I tagged you in it. And they were talking about that.
It's time to get those businesses started, because what you can't do outside, Amazon, and also get you some products on Amazon if it ain't nothing but a book. Get you some products on Amazon. Because Amazon is about to be the very thing that's going to have the African American community and these mom and pop boutiques and things like that going to be underground dealing with Amazon. Get your stuff on Amazon boutiques. Get your stuff on there. While they're opening it up to you, little old you, get you some on Amazon. Because this is going to be the time to prepare a thing. It's time to start getting in preparation for what's to come. Because God is in it. He wants to sit some of us down that way. He wants us to get by ourselves so that we can get in our little corners and realize that He is who He is. That He is Yah. And beside Him, there is no other.
There is no other.
And I'm telling you, and some of you have been getting in tune with talking to your ancestors. I ain't saying nothing about worshiping them. I'm saying you have been talking to them.
I have take several C-sections.
Some of you have been talking to them, and some of them been coming to you in dreams trying to warn you of things that they see in the dimension that they in their life now. Because they was promised the eternal life, so you ain't worshiping the dead. They still alive in a different way. Okay? They've been warning you about some of your connections, some of the people you around, some of the things that you've been doing. Listen. I'm talking to black folk, African American. Listen. Because they're trying to tell you something that's to come, and they're teaching you how to put your storehouse together. And the Holy Ghost just said, shut up on that part. So I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. In fact, what I was going to say, I'm even considering saying this. Matter of fact, I am going to say it. Y'all be careful. Let's just introduce our next topic.
Let's go to the next topic. Take several seats segment. Okay? Now, my take several seats is to the one who got shot and murdered, Officer Ella French. They just laid her to rest. The person who she pulled over in a routine stop, she was 29 years old. Okay. Her partner is still at the University of Chicago fighting for his life. Please be in prayer. Okay. You need to take several damn seats. It was a routine stop. You could either got a ticket or your ass. And let's be clear. If some of them been so cool lately because they ain't been wanting to touch your shit, they been letting you go. Okay. They been letting you go, baby. Listen.
They ass pull me on, be like...
Exactly, they been letting you go because one police officer just pulled up next to me. He said, I ain't even getting out. You so pretty. Thank God. He said, listen, baby, you almost just stopped at the stop sign. He didn't want to get out that goddamn car. They been letting you go, baby. So to the one who killed that lady in cold blood like that, you need to take several. You need to take a hammock. Your ass need to be in the grave taking seats. Because you wrong for killing that young lady like that. And now you done injured her partner and he in the University of Chicago. Lord have mercy. I know Dr. Hawkins want to take this several seat thing over because of this Chicago violence. So I'm going to just let him speak. He got the flow.
I wanted to talk about something else, but I just had an alter when you talked about that. And the people that need to take several seats. And I don't know why. When I tell you God is dealing with me right now, I don't like when I'm in a form like this, but God is speaking.
Yeah, He's speaking. I know He is.
But right now, this takes several seats. Is we normally do it as a joke. Yeah. But right now, God is showing me some stuff where people literally have to take several seats. Literally.
Literally.
Because I see things in the natural. Well, a lot of people who are evil and hateful, and they don't care about life, they don't care about themselves. Let me tell you something. When you get to the point where you can take somebody else's life, you live by the sword, we die by the sword. And what I am seeing in the spirit, which aligns back up with my dream, a lot of people who have the intent to kill other people. Yes. You are going to be killed first. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of people. COVID gonna take a break off us black people for a little while. It's gonna still come for our young folks, but it's gonna show people that it's gonna come to the fact where people have to change to happen because you are so hateful.
Come on, sir.
You don't want to be loved. You don't want to give love, and you still mad at something that happened when you were 2 years old, Lord.
I'm trying to tell
you. Still mad at your mama leaving your daddy, or your daddy cussing you out, or you got put out of school and you're still angry and you still bitter because you was in foster care. You're bitter and you're making everybody's excuse. Listen, your thought process is not going to put you in alignment and a position to remain on the earth realm.
Period.
Oh, I don't know how to say it. There's a spiritual awakening taking place.
Yes, it is.
And the biggest part of it to survive is love.
Yes, it is.
It's love. I mean, it's self-love and love for others. Because I'm telling y'all, it's frequencies. I'm speaking on frequencies. It's frequencies that's just changing. That's aligning the whole consciousness of people. And I mean, if you don't get in it, even if you don't die, you're going to have aneurysms and things to the brain. Your brain is not going to function. You're just going to... I even see people where they're going to be aware but not aware. They're gonna be in, like in loony forms because you are just not willing to bridge over to this frequency that's taking place because you just can't handle it.
Yeah. I know you're right about it. So in that setting, that's they take that serum. You need to take that serum.
You need to take a seat and reflect.
And a lot of y'all, like he said, who's doing evil, take your several. It's time to take your several. Speaking of take several, while we on it, Chicago violence. Now, why is it that, I just want to know, why is it that everybody is always, okay, 73 people, it's a lot of folk. Don't get it twisted now. I'm not saying it ain't a lot of folk. 73 people were shot and murdered over the weekend. That's a lot of folk. However, we ain't the only city that's experiencing them kind of numbers.
And the reason,
why is everybody on Chicago so tough?
Number one, Chicago is a bigger city. Chicago has a higher name. And because it's a bigger city, you have more people getting shot. But please note that this terror upon our own people who hate the self, they hate their own people, they hate their own bloodline. When they see themselves, they see hatred. When you take a life of someone else, you either is one or two things. You see another lens of hatred. You see the devil.
Yes.
And you hate the devil that
Come
you
on
see.
now.
Or you see somebody happy and you can't, it makes you mad and angry because you're so jealous and you never experienced this love of happiness, or you don't want to take the initiative to get to where they got to where they are because you just thought they probably got rich or got blessed overnight. You didn't see the steps, so now all of a sudden, you know what, I was just going to rob them and kill them and take everything. Because you're evil. You're lazy. You're trifling. You're godless. You're fearless. You're hopeless. You're pointless. You're purposeless. I mean, there are so many things I can just describe these people. But with that statement, violence is in every black community. It's just that Chicago is a larger city, so therefore, because we have larger cities, we have more gang pockets. We have more kids who don't have anything to do because we don't invest in programs. And let me I got to say this. One of the biggest things when I was a kid, Trey, our churches on the block our church on the block was letting us indoors. We had Vacation Bible School.
Come on now.
We had tutoring. Some churches had a gym. Churches don't even let people in the...
Listen.
Churches not even letting people into the sanctuary. And they want to grow and they want to do this. But you're not even letting people in the sanctuary. And a lot of this stuff is, I don't care what you say, I'm going to blame it on the church. We don't do revivals. Y'all don't win souls. You don't baptize. You don't even talk about black slide no more. The church then got so fearful on everything to where the preachers are basically contaminating everything just on prosperity. What about my soul? What about my spirit? What about the way I think? What about my emotions? What about me not having? Because all you do is prophesy, oh, I see an apartment. Oh, I see some keys. Oh, they didn't knock your purse. All this goofy stuff. Bitch, if you're going to prosper, you're going to prosper, oh.
Period.
If you're the mouthpiece of God, where were you when somebody was about to commit suicide or somebody got a goddamn cancer in their titty, bitch, that about to get cut off in the morning? But all you talking about is some goddamn prosper and a new car. You're a false goddamn prophet. And a lot of these doggone churches is the reason why we have this goddamn violence, because the church too scared to get out there and pray. The church too scared to get out there and feed. And I hear some people say, but my church do all that. But the difference is your church ain't got no faith. How I know that? They can't prophesy their way out of a paper bag, and they don't have enough faith to pray a headache away. Challenge me, honey.
Woo! All right, y'all.
I own it today.
That was our Take Several segment, baby. Did he read or did he read? Listen. We need y'all to tune in. Sapphire finale will be out next month for sure. Y'all, episodes 5 and 6 are up on YouTube. 5 is up on Facebook. Get those numbers up there. We'll post episode 6 for your convenience on Facebook for those that don't have the YouTube. Also, we appreciate you guys for watching Christmas in July with a Diamond in the Rough Christmas special. We appreciate you guys. Y'all still can go see it. It's on YouTube and Facebook. Combined numbers is almost 1,000 and something. So y'all get our numbers up there, okay? When I tell you, everybody who saw it really enjoyed it.
Yes.
I showed a few of the co-workers. They was having a bad day. They laughed so hard.
That's good.
Officer and Deacon. And
oh my God.
They said them two together is a hot mess, okay? They had a ball. I just want y'all to know we got a few more projects coming out. We'll be looking for talent for. This will be a great way for you to build your IMDb credits. So again, if you are interested, you're an actress or actor, you're trying to get your stuff out there, y'all go ahead and send us an email at teamthatgym@yahoo.com. Also follow us on Twitter at Sapphire Series, as well as follow us on Instagram at ThatGymENT. And also you can follow us on Facebook by liking this page, That Gym Enterprises, okay? We have some stuff coming out with hair coming up with you and a new partner we're going to introduce to you guys on the Diamond Cut. As well as we got a few things going on as far as apparel as well. So y'all get ready. The 420 collection coming out for all you people who like your little 7-day little marijuana. You know what I'm saying? We coming to you, baby. We here for you, okay?
But I know somebody who sells the license to yeah.
Okay, so listen up. Listen, we getting this stuff going, y'all. If you have any ideas that you're trying to get out there, you got some things that you want to do as far as e-commerce, and that's something that you guys will love us to talk about in our next episode in Building Wealth. Y'all know me and Dr. Hawk, our bucket of knowledge. We would love to share some of our experiences as well as my experience. I have an e-commerce business. So I'm telling y'all, just get in tune, okay? Any last words you got?
That's it.
All right. We thank you and we appreciate you. To all my diamonds, status gents, you no longer boys when you watch this channel, and to all my darlings, appreciate you babies. Have joy, love, and be empowered in the 2021. You be blessed.